Hello, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Scott Sports 101. I'm Scott Trella. We're going to talk the Major League AllStar Game that was last night. We'll talk Tribe and Major League Baseball. We'll talk Browns and NFL football, Cavs and NBA Summer League play. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. What Motown singer tried out for the Detroit Lions in 1970? And boy, are you going to be surprised when I reveal the answer to this question later in the broadcast. It's going to surprise you, and it really will. So see if you can figure it out. So, okay. The American League beat the National League 4-3 in last night's 90th All-Star Game in Cleveland here at Progressive Field for the 7th straight time. Justin Verlander was the AL starting pitcher in the first inning, and former Indian Michael Brantley got the AL on the board, hitting an RBI double, scoring to left center, scoring Alex Bergman from first in the second, and it stayed 1-0 until the fifth. Then Shane Bieber came on and had just a spectacular night, and he struck out the side in the top of the fifth, and then the AL went up 2-0 in the sixth. Gary Sanchez scored on a single by George Polanco. Then it was in the top of the sixth. Then it was 2-1 in the top of the seventh, and the AL took a 4-1 lead in the seventh. Brad Hand came on the top of the eighth and got a big strikeout off of Charlie Blackmon before the NL scored 2 runs and pulled within 2, and it was a 4-3 AL lead. And in the ninth, Aroldis Chapman came on in the ninth and held the NL and managed to hold off the NL League team. And CC Sabathia paid a visit to the mound to calm down Chapman, and he will be retiring at the end of the season. So the NL got within 2, but the AL prevailed in the 90th annual Midsummer Classic. And Shane Bieber got the Ted Williams MVP award and a brand new car as well. And they had a moment of silence for Tyler Skaggs, who passed away last week, who played for the LA Angels of Anaheim. And so we had a moment of silence for him. And we had a special moment at Progressive Field. Stands up for cancer during the seventh inning, and the Indians' Brad Hand and Francisco Lindor stood up for CC Sabathia. For Carlos Carrasco, who is battling leukemia right now. And I thought that was great. It was really just a really special moment for Carlos Carrasco. And Carlos, buddy, we wish you the best. Keep a positive thought, because there's a lot of advanced medical researchers out there, and we are confident you are going to beat leukemia, buddy. You're going to beat this thing, buddy, and you're going to be back on the mound in no time. So keep a positive thought, dude. The Tribe is going to have a lot of big decisions to make during the second half of the season, especially in 3 weeks before the trading deadline. And there's been trade rumors with Kluber, Bauer, and Brad Hand, and even Francisco Lindor, but I think they need to sign Lindor to a long-term deal. But we'll see if they make a trade or if they buy or sell before the trading deadline in 3 weeks. So we'll see what happens. And the Tribe had today off, and they are off tomorrow, but they will be back at it on Friday, as they will begin a 3-game series with the Minnesota Twins at Progressive Field. This series is crucial for the Tribe. This can make or break the Tribe season, and they are 6 games in back of the Minnesota Twins in the AL Central. Now, this is going to be a really big series, so we're going to keep a positive thought. Hope the Tribe can take all 3 games. Mike Clevenger is on the hill for the Tribe with a record of 2-2. This will be Clevenger's 8th start against the Minnesota Twins. And first pitch at 7:10 on Sports Time, Ohio. Well, we are almost 2 weeks away from the start of Browns training camp in Berea. And we have an offensive preview of Antonio Callaway, who showed a lot of strive in last season with 43 offensive tackles and 586 receptions and think about 15 touchdowns, and he really made a stride in the 2018 season after missing the 2017 season, and he can really run the pocket and he can really run the field and really make a good dent in it with this offense and back up the defense as well. And he really is optimistic for this upcoming season, and he hopes to make an impact when this in 2019, when the season begins the weekend after Labor Day, and when it does the Sunday after Labor Day, which will be hold on just a sec, which will be Sunday September 8th, and that will be the opening day of the NFL, and after training camp and the preseason 4 games, and that will be the opening days I just mentioned of the NFL, and I will be back with the season premiere of Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday, and I will do pregame and postgame for all the early games, pregame and postgame for all the late games, Sunday Night Football pregame, postgame, Monday Night Football pregame, postgame, and of course Thursday Night Football pregame and postgame. And I'm really looking forward to that. And I will do the playoffs, the AL and the AFC and FC wild cards, and the first round of the playoffs, AFC and FC championship games, and of course Scott Sports Super Bowl Scott Sports Super Bowl 101, and that will be on Super Bowl Sunday. That's a long way away, but I'm really looking forward to it, and I am ready. I don't know about you guys, and I know all of us are. We are ready for the football. We're ready and looking forward to it. So, and we'll talk about the Cavs in just a moment. And it's also going to be 2 weeks away from all the NFL training camps opening, and we'll see what all the other NFL teams do. And we will talk about the Cavs and NBA Summer League in just a moment. But first, it is time now to reveal the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. And this is gonna be a surprise one. What Motown singer tried out for the Detroit Lions in 1970? This is gonna really surprise you, and if you're able to figure it out, I tip my hat to you. And if you said Marvin Gaye, you are indeed correct. I think this might have been a tough one, but if you said Marvin Gaye, then good job. Gaye bulked up his nearly 30 pounds and trained with future Hall of Fame tight end Charlie Sanders while preparing for his tryout. He didn't make the cut, but remained close to several players who sang background vocals on his 1971 hit, What's Going On? So I think you might remember that hit from 1971 by Marvin Gaye, but that is really I thought that was an interesting trivia question, and I felt it was just a surprising one, too, when I saw that. And I'll have another trivia question on my next broadcast, so stay tuned for that. Well, the New Orleans Pelicans beat the Cavs 99-78 in the NBA Summer League play, and New Orleans had this game right from the get-go, and the Cavs just faltered, and they played at arm's length, and they tried to get back into it, but they just could not, and that wrapped up Game 4 just moments ago, just about an hour ago, and they just could not get back into it, and they just faltered. It was not a good game for the Cavs in Summer League play today, 99-78, and as you know, Kawhi Howard went to the LA Clippers today. As you know, as you may have heard from the Toronto Raptors, he signed on with the LA Clippers today, and so we'll see. And I think he signed a 3-year contract, I believe. Check me if I'm wrong, but Kawhi Howard now with the LA Clippers. Now, getting back to the last night's All-Star game, I got to tip my hat to Shane Bieber. He just had a spectacular night, and he really deserved to get the Ted Williams MVP award and that brand new car as well. And Cleveland just played a great host to the All-Star game with the Home Run Derby, the Play Ball Park, and everything that went in the All-Star Celebrity Game. And it was just a great All-Star week. And I tip my hat to the Tribe and the city of Cleveland. And just what an All-Star week, and what a night for the American League team, and Shane Bieber receiving the Ted Williams MVP award. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for this edition of Scott Sports 101. I'll be back either tomorrow or either Friday or Saturday or Sunday with another podcast, but until one of those days, until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.